Joining us from Omaha men's basketball program, head coach Chris Crutchfield, student athletes Lance Waddles and Julian Margrave. Normal format for our press conference is going to be an opening statement from Coach. We'll then turn it over to questions for the student athletes. Once they're done, we'll dismiss them and come back and do questions for Coach. Please remember, due to our stream and broadcast, state your name and affiliation ahead of your question. Go ahead with your opening statement, Coach.
Well, I thought it was a great ball game. I thought it was a rock fight from the start all the way down to the end, to the last 6 minutes of the game. Hats off to South Dakota. When you lose your point guard, and he can't play, it really changes the game because he's a big part of what they do. But I thought those guys fought really hard and really took the lead there in the second half, and we was in trouble for a while there. But I thought our toughness, I thought our experience of guys being on that floor made a big difference those last 7-8 minutes of the game. So, veteran guys like Jay-Sean Glover and Lance Waddles, those guys showed up in the second half, and they was a lot more comfortable on the floor in the second half. You can really see that. So I thought it was a great ball game. Our guys stepped up and made some stops down the stretch there, got big stops and got some key scores, got some separation there. I didn't like the way it ended, but sometimes those things do happen with young kids.
We'll go ahead with questions for the student athletes.
Marcus Traxler, Mitchell Republic. Lance, what kind of motivator was it after losing to them twice, including just recently, to try to turn things around here in the tournament?
For sure, man. It's big time motivation. Obviously getting swept by them in the regular season, and we felt like we could have beat them both times. And so just being able to come and game plan against them again and try to fix mistakes and know that we can play Omaha basketball and come out with the win. So it was really good motivation for us.
What did you fix this time around?
I think the biggest thing, we just were more disciplined. We played our style of ball. We didn't get out of character or anything like that, and we did that for most of the game and was able to come out with the win.
Jacob Leslie with the Gateway. This is for both of you, but very different outcome the first two matchups with South Dakota this season. What changed tonight with your guys' mindset and then your pre-game plan?
I'll go first. It's March. It's a tournament. It's win or go home now. So, there's no more time for a bad game or to not come out ready to play. So, that's pretty much the biggest thing. And like I said, just game planning and trying to fix certain things that we felt like we could have fixed from the first two games.
Not for sure. Just to go off with Lance, what he's saying, I think a big thing was, our energy. I feel like that we're more connected, just as the year goes on. We're more connected than when we played them the first time at home and the second time away. And now we get it for a third time, which is, almost rare in college basketball. So, we capitalize on that.
Tim Hill reaching the summit. For you, Julian, you had a big night, helping out in the post, getting Fens out of sync. He's one of the best players in this league, and you kept him under 10 points. What was the key there for you and those guys, whether it was throwing doubles or one-on-one matchups?
No, just staying physical and staying disciplined. He's a great player. His accolades, what he's putting up in the Summit League, he's not doing it on accident. He's a really good player, and we had a game plan to take him out, make other people, do what they're uncomfortable to do, and it worked.
We'll go last question right here.
Adam Myra, the Yankton, Preston Dakota, and Lance. South Dakota is a team all year to where they've had many second half comebacks, and in this game they have the more fans with the advantage. Just what did you say you and your teammates had to have an answer almost every time they got close and to be able to get the lead right back when South Dakota got its one lead?
I think, like Coach said, man, just our experience, having a bunch of older guys on the team and on the court that's been here before and won the whole thing before, just, being able to rely on that, knowing that, another team is going to go on a run eventually, and just got to weather the storm, and continue to do what's been working for us. And so I think that was the biggest thing, man, when they started going on runs, just being able to stay poised and keep, one possession at a time, keep that same mindset. I think that was the biggest thing.
Thanks, fellas. You can head back to the locker room.
Chris, did you think that some of that experience from last year's tournament showed up in this game, was beneficial for your team to sort of respond and put USD away?
No doubt, no doubt. I think when they hit that big three, they go up one. I mean, our guys didn't panic. If I am mistaken, we came back down and scored that next possession. I thought, I will say this: in the past, in the previous games, we had some bad body language, some bad stuff happen when a team went on a run on us. I thought our toughness, our mental toughness, was really, really, really good when that happened tonight, and I think contribute that to those guys that been on that floor before. They was really comfortable. Jay Sean was comfortable. Even Grant Stubblefield didn't play a lot. I thought he was comfortable. And Tony didn't have his best game, but everybody chipped in and did their part to help us win.
Coach, reaching the summit, as I mentioned, or as we talked about earlier, frustrating fans. What went into the decision of going with Julian most tonight to help in stopping him?
Well, we wanted to put a guy on the floor that had a bigger body, some girth, that could fight fans, that could push him off the block. We knew we was going to dig on him when he did catch it, but we wanted a guy that was bigger. Then we also thought his ability to shoot the three was going to bring the big fella out of the paint and give us a chance to drive it, because we thought we could drive and play in their paint. So and we capitalized on it. He didn't shoot the ball well from three as we expected, but all week we talked about being able to pick and pop with him and bringing Fins out of the lane, and him making a couple shots to open up the paint for the other guys to drive. And Jay Sean capitalized on that really in the second half.
John Gaskins, Sioux Falls Live. In what way did not having their point guard, not having Button, change the game for both USD and for you?
It's huge. It's huge. He's a big part of what they do. I mean, this is a guy that's so fast and so quick in transition. He caused us problems in both games. And his ability to play off ball screens, his ability to find people, like we had a hard time with him. We had a hard time. We had a game plan going into this game for him. I'm glad he didn't play, because it would have been tragic, because he's good. For a freshman in this league, he's a really good player, and you have to account for him. You got to account for Crawford, and you got to account for Fins. So him being out the game, then you only got to account for two guys that have been in that position to do that kind of damage.
When did you know he was not going to play?
We didn't know until right before game.
We'll go last question in front.
Coach Jake Lissy with the Gateway.
Yeah.
You said you guys shut down Crawford, and he did 13 points. He scored 53 combined in the first two meetings. How did the game plan change this time around?
Well, we just locked him. We locked him, and just whenever he wanted to go, and we didn't try not to give him much space at all to get shots. We didn't leave him. We stayed on him. And I know the other guys kind of made some plays and got some shots off, but we wanted to make sure we take care of him. He's a guy that once he see one go in, he's really dangerous. So I think Grant did a great job on him. Jay Sean did a great job on him. We just locked him up and didn't leave him and didn't give him any space. And then he had a couple big ones, like from 30 feet with a hand in his face. Like that's how good of a shooter he is. So, but I thought those guys fought really, really hard, not letting them get easy catches and not letting them operate like he normally does.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you, guys.